Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Bucks Beat, episode 150. And we'll be focused on this podcast. It'll be a message to the Bulldog Nation, looking back and wrapping up that disappointing loss to the Alabama Crimson Tide this past Saturday. My message to the Bulldog Nation: stay loyal to your head coach, his coaching staff, and these young players. 24-21 loss to Alabama was excruciating. Man, I felt it too, just like you. But no need to go rogue here. No need to go rogue. No reason to give up on the season, for crying out loud. No reason to deep dive into all of that social media garbage. You know, all the know-it-alls. No reason to get all upset about what the film dude or the video guy or the Prince of College Football or Mr. College Football. Don't get caught up in all of that criticism coming from some of those sources about Gunnar Stockton, about the pass rush, third down defense, the slow start. On and on. Alabama won that game because they made one more play than the Georgia Bulldogs made. No reason to freak out, get all crazy. Kirby and his coaching staff, I believe, are, if not the best in the country, or one of the best in the country. I firmly believe that. And they're going to get these guys coached up. Have some faith, for crying out loud. I mean, doesn't his track record tell you that the Bulldogs are going to be in the mix? Did you really believe that Kirby's youngest team, 54% of them, first or second year players, did you really believe they were going undefeated? Because I certainly didn't. But I tell you this, right now, I'm thinking they got a shot to run the table. More on that in a minute. This team is going to improve as the season rolls along, with all these freshmen and first-year starters in there. That's what makes sense. And Kirby stated on Monday in his press conference, he knows more about this team now coming out of that Alabama loss, and he's optimistic. Catch that word, optimistic, as they move forward. Now, the expectation here is the Bulldogs have a legitimate shot to run the table. And let's break down both sides of the ball. Georgia offense got some issues. Slow start didn't help. Missed on some key, some big play opportunities. And in games like this, in these heavyweight fights, you got to hit on the opportunities when you get them. You got that freshman thing on the right side of the offensive line, missed some critical blocks in big, critical situations, especially that fourth down red zone play that everybody's talking about. And while we're on it, man, let me just say I approve of not kicking the field goal and going for it. I approve the hurry-up nature of what Coach Bobo was doing there. And I approve Cash Jones getting the football. And a lot of people I've heard have been, why are you giving the ball to Cash Jones in that situation? Well, let me try to explain. Why Cash? Well, he's the third down back. That's his role on the football team. And that's his role because Cash Jones can run it and he can catch it. And not a bad pass pro guy either in protection. You put Bowens on the field there, you're telling Alabama you're going to run the football. And look, L.T. Overton would have made the tackle. He would have gotten Bowens on the ground, just like he got Cash Jones on the ground. So consider that. Georgia, with that freshman wide receiver dropping the touchdown pass in the second half, easily would have gone 50 yards for the touchdown, put Georgia up 28-24 in the game. So then you do kick the field goal when you went for it and didn't convert there with the Cash Jones play. Look, Bulldogs ran for 200 yards, more than 200 yards on a legitimate defense, man. I mean, Alabama's got some players over there. Chauncey Bowens moving forward has got to be the first-team running back moving forward. Nate Frazier has got to earn his way back into the rotation, really. If he's going to expect to get 5-10 carries in a game rotating in behind Bowens, then you've got to earn that. So I think Georgia offensively, you got to go Chauncey Bowens here moving forward, go to the hot hand, go with the guy that's delivering, carrying that rock. And then I also believe you got to continue to work with Nate Frazier on ball security. Continue to try to develop that because you're going to need both these guys as the season rolls on. Right side of the offensive line, I really, I come to the podcast today, I'm not sure what they need to do. They need Juan Gaston healthy and playing. He didn't start the game. Obviously, the ankle sprain is still bothering him. At this point, he's got to be a starter, and it looks like that's got to be at right tackle. Got to get that figured out. Zachariah Branch, we spoke about coming into the game. I was thinking 10-plus touches in this mammoth game against Alabama. Ended up with 5 catches, I think around 8 targets in the game. Georgia didn't run a lot of plays with that slow start. Ball went his way a lot in the game, but got to get him actively involved more than what you got him involved. If you're going to beat the top teams in college football, he's got to have more of a play in the offense. Gunner's okay. Heard some criticism coming down on Gunner. I mean, if you looked at the stat sheet, you'd go, okay, that's not very impressive, and he did miss a couple of receivers. I've yet to see a quarterback play a perfect game. Heck, even Tyler Simpson didn't play perfect on Saturday. I never saw Tom Brady play a perfect game. So he did miss a couple of open receivers, but overall, Gunner showed up. I mean, a lot of these critics are thinking a lot different about Gunner if that freshman just catches that deep ball for the 50-yard touchdown. Defensively, let's talk about the Dawgs defense. Got off to a slow start. Alabama came out hot, man, offensively. Georgia with a huge problem. Third down defense is a huge problem. And Alabama gave them fits. But I think you've got to consider one thing, and that is Alabama's offensive line. That's as good as you're going to see in college football. That offensive line protected Tyler Simpson very well. He had a clean pocket most of the night. Alabama's quarterback played at a very high level. Very high level for Tyler Simpson. Very accurate, processing information quickly after the snap of the ball. He was not reacting. He was anticipating. Ryan Grubb, the offensive coordinator, put together an excellent game plan, pulling the trigger on a lot of good play calls. And I say that knowing that the Tide got shut out in the second half of the ball game. But with Ryan Grubb, first half at the top of his game with a good plan, with Tyler Simpson at the top of his game, processing information, throwing the ball accurately, pulled it down and scampered with it a couple times, with 2 elite wide receivers that Georgia had to match up with. I mean, these 2 receivers, you're going to see these 2 guys playing in the National Football League. This Alabama offense playing at that level will be hard to handle by anyone ranked ahead of them. Georgia played the run tough. I'll give them that. Did a good job against that Alabama running game. But give credit where credit's due, for crying out loud. Alabama's offense was awesome in that first half. They were awesome. So really, defensively, three things to get cleaned up for Kirby in the defense. You got to start faster than that. And look, Kirby's a believer, and we're going to rush three. And if three can't get home to the quarterback, then a couple of series later we'll rush four. And gosh, if four can't get there, then in the second half we'll rush five and see if we can get some pressure on the quarterback and sack the quarterback rushing five. That's part of the reason it was a slow start. It's because you're rushing three. You know, that philosophy to start the game. Georgia's edge rushing, pass rushing off the edge is, I mean, they got to find some of that, and they got to find it quick. And then that third down defense is a real problem against Alabama, and I think you maybe have to expand the role coming off the edge with some heat, with Chris Cole coming off the edge and Raylan Wilson coming off the edge. Put Justin Williams in there at the inside off the ball linebacker next to C.J. Allen. And get your playmakers on the field. I mean, that's what I'd be saying. I think at cornerback, opposite Dalen Everett, who played really outstanding football against these Alabama receivers, NFL scouts are going to love what Dalen Everett laid down on tape against Alabama. But on the opposite cornerback position, look, continue to coach up Ellis Robinson IV. Continue to try to develop him. I mean, there's some good positive things about Ellis Robinson, not jumping on top of the pile and getting a 15-yard penalty, or giving up an easy slant touchdown route in there to the Alabama receiver there, Jeremy Bernard. If you're going to come up and play man, then get your hands on those numbers. Man, continue to work on this kid. I'm not saying give up on him, but I think right now DeMello Jones is the best option at that cornerback position. So they need to take a look at that moving forward. But expect this Bulldog team to grow, especially coming off this loss. And you look at the remaining schedule, as I mentioned, I believe Georgia with an opportunity to run the table. You got both Ole Miss and Texas at home at Sanford Stadium. So feel good about that. Do you have a problem with going 11-1? I'm just wondering. Do you have a problem playing in the SEC title game? Maybe getting another shot at Alabama? I didn't think so. Got a problem making a run in the college football playoffs? That hope is still alive to me. All that's still out there. So the message to me, to the Bulldog Nation, man, keep the faith. Have a little faith in Kirby Smart and this coaching staff. Don't jump ship yet, for crying out loud. The best is yet to come. I believe that. Telling you this here on episode 150 of Buck's Beat. We appreciate you hanging out a couple times a week. Got another one dropping later this week, and looking forward to bringing you that. But that'll do it for this episode. Keep the faith, Bulldog fans.